In my last video, I talked about why we shouldn't oversimplify a comparison of China now with Japan in the 90s. One reason for this is that there are a lot of people right now talking about how America and China could sign something similar to the Plaza Accord in the late 80s. In the late 80s, American companies were getting worried about Japanese companies kind of becoming the dominant force in the world. And also the American dollar was getting pretty high. Similar today, the American dollar is also kind of pretty overvalued. And the Plaza Accord was an agreement between a bunch of countries to devalue the dollar. And some people believe that this is a reason that Japan fell behind in the 90s. So many people in China have been following this history for many years now. So I don't believe that they will kind of do the same thing that Japan did. One issue that the American government needs to realize is that they can't be following the same playbook year after year after year, because eventually it'll get old. Just like if you're playing chess and you do the exact same thing every single time, eventually people are going to anticipate your moves. We saw this earlier with the sanctions. That's why BRICS is kind of growing in power, and why people were kind of amazed that the Russian economy was doing pretty decent after the initial sanctions. Now that's kind of breaking now, but it seemed like people were surprised that sanctions weren't working as hard as well as we assumed. And that might have been because countries like Russia are like, oh, well, you did it in the past, so you'll probably do it in the future. How can we prepare for the same move again if you do it? So we need to be thinking more critically. What do you think? Leave some information in the comments. Goodbye.